Yo, all right. What up, dude? So loved your PDF, loved the assessment that you sent me. I could tell that you're passionate about it, dude, and I freaking thrive off passion. So when I see someone else passionate about this game and this art form, I get fired up. So respect to you, man, for being passionate about this and wanting to improve. So I want to give you first, like, kind of some tips from like the mental approach because look, man, like I've been down a lot of rabbit holes in my day, and I think the biggest conclusion that I've come to is like pitching mechanics. It's funny that I do this now for like a living. Pitching mechanics are only as complex as you make it out to be, right? I think at the end of the day, athleticism is going to be your ultimate trump card. Like no matter what, athleticism is going to trump all. Okay. If you're athletic, you have the ability to correct and adjust on the fly. You have the ability to instill motor patterns on a faster freaking basis than people that aren't athletic, that are robotic. Now, I will say, and this is complete speculation, I don't know you. I've never really even had a conversation with you, but I know from, again, my personal experience with all of this stuff is that you've been told so many things from the mechanical standpoint. You've been told so many different terms, and you've overanalyzed so many different things, and or people have analyzed things for you. And even if you go out there in a game and you have the ability to clear the mechanism, and take those thoughts away from you and focus on like the task, and you think you can do that on a good basis, like that's great. But let me be honest with you, there's so much to the subconscious that we don't give credit to, right? So like your subconscious has so much to do with the possibility of physical restriction in your body, in your athletic motion when you're on a mound, and things change. We look at your long toss. What is long toss? Absolute freedom, right? Long toss is absolute freedom. There's so much less emphasis on where the ball's going or how I'm moving. It's just like, all right, I have a task, an external task. I need to get the ball there. Now, the only way that I can do that isn't by necessarily thinking about something. It's about getting as much momentum and freaking letting loose. You said in the assessment, like you want to let out the inner beast, right? Like 100%, we all do. It could be from a mental approach too, and we'll get all in the physical stuff, and I'll break down your mechanics, and I'll show you some physical things that I think you can do better. But I'm such an advocate for like looking at the big picture and not just looking at like the delivery. There's so much more to it, right? Because I've been there in the sense of like wanting so bad to just maximize your delivery, and if you're not throwing hard, then it has to do with your mechanics, and you need to change your mechanics in order to throw hard. Like I get it, because it's suffocating and you overanalyze your mechanics now because you want to throw hard, but it's almost doing the exact opposite that you want it to do, because we look at your long toss. We look at the external cue of throwing the ball as far as you can and relying strictly on athleticism, and your delivery cleans up. Everything cleans up, and there's less thought. It's freedom. Now, how can we instill freedom on the mound? Be athletic. Do more things that are athletic. I know you went to the ranch, so I know they preach on athleticism a lot. Take ground balls. Be less of a pitcher and be more of a thrower. That's all I have from the mental aspect. I'm going to get into the physical aspect. I'd encourage you not to overanalyze, but I know you will. I'm the same way. It's fine. But I'm going to talk about things that I definitely do believe that are prohibiting you from reaching your maximum power potential on the mound. Now, last thing, you're 16 years old, man. You're 16 years old, and you know more mechanical cues than freaking probably some big leaguers, right? Like, it shouldn't be the case, man. I mean, it's great. Like, I'm very similar in terms of like I want to know everything, and I like to know everything, and I want to like be a perfectionist. I get it, but at the same time, you can be restricting yourself from the physical standpoint because of like your mental standpoint. Now, again, take that for what it's worth. Take it for all speculation. Like I said, I've never had a conversation with you. I'm just going off what you wrote in the assessment, and it really hits home to me because I've been there. I've been down all the rabbit holes possible, everything.